Of all the best news you may have heard about Monero, the best is yet to come. The update we have for you today is something that all investors would look upon with a high ordeal because this is something they have been waiting for a long time.
It is perhaps the best thing I've seen in the last 8 months in the crypto market.
The time has come, fellow investors, so let us get into it and break the silence about the biggest news made public through a recent Twitter post. Welcome to another video on the Crypto Safe, where we will be speaking about the latest updates in the world of cryptocurrencies. Today's video will be about an important update about Monero and the chances to explode. Make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to this channel to ensure you keep learning about the latest updates at the earliest possible point in time. The competition in the market is exceptionally high, and for you to make a difference, you need to be on your toes. Leave a comment on your views about Monero, and if you liked the update presented by us through this video, turn on the post notifications for more updates.
Here comes the money!
Here we go!
Don't forget our monthly giveaway. We will be giving away a total of $30 to a random person to start their journey in the cryptocurrency market, with a good investment to make you a 100x with this free money. Hit the like button and subscribe to this channel to participate in this giveaway. So, let us get started. Now, if one were to look at the recent update in a single line, we can state that Grayscale has filed to register 5 new trusts for Cardano, Cosmos, Polkadot, Monero, and Aave. The big news that we have today for you is about Monero and the manner in which this registration could help Monero in the best possible manner. With the regulation turning live, we can be sure that Grayscale will now launch new products based on Monero. The impact of this update will be huge as it increases the chances of a new product, and hence, a new use case for Monero and its investors to make use of. Before we move on to anything else, let us have a look at the source of this information and how the world got to know about this update. It all started from a Twitter post released on the Monero Club, bringing it out to the public. They highlight the report found at thecointelegraph.com and highlighted the presence of Monero among the 25 that have been selected by Grayscale to add to their list of assets. Now, what we need to look into more importantly is the reason why Grayscale would invest in Monero and the benefits they could gain from it as a company. Grayscale, as we know, is the world's largest crypto asset manager and has significant experience in handling various cryptocurrencies in the market. The fact that they have listed Monero determines the kind of potential that may be filled within Monero and its impact on the investors and their investments. The documents for registration were submitted at the Registry of State Delaware, United States. This was done for the funds based on the cryptocurrencies that have been referenced. This registration was successfully completed on the 27th of January 2022. As expected and heard till now, the company, which completed all procedures, was none other than Grayscale's statutory trustee Delaware Trust Company. Now, having gotten into the registration, a few of the cryptocurrencies mentioned in this list were Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Monero, and so on. As you noticed, Grayscale has been looking on to make more investments in the DeFi platforms. They have been able to recognize the higher interoperability and privacy being offered by these DeFi platforms. Now, one of the biggest reasons here could be the massive increase in the number of financial institutions being noticed in the present day. Furthermore, since regulatory inconsistencies exist throughout the United States of America, it is important for them to be a part of this and make the most out of all the opportunities that exist at the moment. Let us look at the bright side of the regulatory inconsistencies in the United States of America. In the case where the regulations get approved by the government, the chances of that happening are very high. This will mean that the rule against the unhosted wallets will be eased off, and the investors could hence increase the adoption of privacy coins. This rule, for a long time, by many members in the community, has been interpreted as unfair, meaning thereby that the public at large is against the rule being declared by the state. This is huge leverage for Monero. Undoubtedly, the huge investment will be noticed flowing into Monero once this happens. This is one of the major advantages that Grayscale is not looking forward to missing out on. The benefit will be greatly noticed in the products that Grayscale then releases and will hence be of major importance for them. Let us now look at a bit of the history that Grayscale has been accumulating over the years. It is very important to notice that Grayscale has had its best quarters at the end of 2020. With over 24.5 billion as assets under management, it has effectively worked out a scheme that could help them make the most out of the investments they make. A lot of people throughout the world have been looking forward to making an investment in Monero. This is due to the dynamic nature in which they keep developing their systems. They are also able to gain the trust of more and more financial institutions as they gain more experience in the market. The Monero Club, as you saw in a recent Twitter post, made a comment about this update. They highlighted the Cointelegraph article and amplified the good news towards the entire community. The presence of Monero in the list was certainly a thing or two to celebrate. Speaking of which, it is also important for us to highlight the others that they mentioned off in the list. It has been considered for a long time to add VeChain and Axie Infinity as well into their investments. The fact that it has now turned into a reality is something that will change the manner in which Monero is perceived in the market. A boost in the investment in it will not be the only result of it. This will also result in more trust and popularity, as people who initially had heard of Grayscale will also hear about Monero, calling for higher investments.
Gold, the currency of the future.
Great, come back in the future.
One thing that can be ascertained through this update is the fact that Grayscale, as a company, is much ahead of the marketing trends that have been noticed in recent times. Their way of acquiring things is very vivid, and this perhaps is the reason for their development at such a fast scale. So, all in all, there are a few things that we need to keep an eye out for. These could greatly decide how things will flow in the times ahead. One of the biggest factors is the approval of the unhosted wallets by the United States government. An approval, as we mentioned earlier, will push the investments in privacy coins like Monero. So, it is all a game of waiting until the government listens to its people and realizes this technology's importance in society. We hope you liked this video. If you did, feel free to let us know your opinion about Monero and, more specifically, its recent update with Grayscale. How far do you think this will help them grow? And what will be the direct effect on Monero if things do work out in the manner in which they have been planned? Hit the like button for this video and also subscribe to this channel to learn more. Also, do not forget to turn on the post notifications to ensure you never miss out on the updates. Do not forget about the giveaway being hosted by us. Make full use of all opportunities and be at the top of the market at all times. Until we meet, keep learning and stay safe.